Hello guys, Mr. Shockwave King, yes, back again, and yes, this is a video about the rise of champion Ryo, the Hitman, the Grim Reaper, Mashiba. Yes, the great grandiose return, the great grandiose growth of Ryo Mashiba franchise has been Ippo. It's been a long time coming, and sure, Tech left us to make this video months ago, but that's just so some other games come up with a web comic. I was working on that back and forth, and I stopped, and it just some more paper got thrown on top of the idea list, and it just things happen. But basically, the premise of the video is to go through the rise, how Champion Mashiba got to this way, the best form of Mashiba, the most monstrous form of Mashiba, and the ultimate form of Mashiba. And this pretty much really happened over like roughly 40 chapters ago. But I'll go. This all started back when Mashiba first showed up. When he first showed up, he was a monster with the bloodlust, a monster with the power, a monster with the rage. He was that guy. He was the Grim Reaper, knocking people out with KOs right at the beginning of his career. His first round, he was already murdering. This is a feat that most and some have never known or never met. But while making his way up here, sadly he had to run into a monk Ryuichi, and that monk Ryuichi eventually stopped his reign of bloodlust. Before he ran into monk Ryuichi, we saw the most savage Mashiba can get at that current time, and that was against the one and only, the pre-Lightning God, the pre-Pacific Rim champion, Miyata. And in that fight, he broke Miyata's foot, he punched me out his face in, and he did anything necessary to win. All for his sister. All to eventually become the world champion. For then, his sister would never have to be worried about being poor ever again. And then he met Ippo and that. And he chopped that down. And we met Ippo. That was pretty much the beginning change of Mashiba in a way. But Mashiba didn't really notice it. And Mashiba kind of gets created on his career and just spend his time hunting Ippo. And that's pretty much it. It's like Mashiba was just going doing this, finding this person. He didn't really get pushed to the background, but he didn't really get focused at the time since Ippo championship match was coming up. Ippo lost for the first time to AJ Dante and some other things. But then we got the return of the Mashiba, and this was the breaking point for Mashiba altogether. In a way, altogether. And that was a fight in the build-up to the Kimura fight. Even before, the coach of Mashiba was just like, by the time you get to the world stage or get where you want to be going to, you soon realize it wasn't you that changed. It was the world that changed Mashiba. It was you. That was the first time of it. Because that was his coach just coming there to tell him, because you were to destroy Kimura as a Japanese junior lightweight champion. You gotta offer somebody on the world stage who want to fight you. You do good at this. You're making it to the top of the world, baby. And Mashiba gave him that monstrous grin. He was just like, alright, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna kill him. He told Kumi, understand it's your friend, but I want you to know, I'm not gonna hold back on him. I'm not gonna hold back on him at all. So the match happens, but Kimura puts up more of a fight than Mashiba expected. Alright, the body blows, the dragonfish blow, they eventually got to him. Alright, and when they got to him, it was just, there was nothing he could do about it. He learned to respect Kimura, and this is a respect to continue on to the series, to the point when Kimura loses or get a draw later, Mashiba gives this reaction like, what the fuck? And it's just like, Mashiba's coach is like, what, you actually wanted Kimura to win? No, it's the fact that losing this fucking win, it ruined my reputation, that affected I nearly lost to him. And yeah, that was a big thing for Mashiba also, but main thing was just like, he gave him a great respect that Kimura was put that much of a fight onto him, but it was just like, come on, man, you can do better than that. You can do better than that. But then Mashiba, she started to return to the way he was originally, and that transformation started with the help of our good friendly friend of Itagaki. Itagaki was just like, I need somebody to deal with flicker jabs. He's the guy who gave my first loss. Use flicker jabs. He's just like, he wanted to get sparred against Mashiba. Mashiba's just like, Billy, are you trying to get killed? Get out of here. What are you? They're like Itagaki's like, I got some information on Ippo and Kumi and went to the beach. What do you mean they went to the beach? He just, I don't know. He just told me to leave. Get in the ring. Yes, like get in the ring. Itagaki knew he was doing. He was just getting in the ring. So after some sparring, or after Itagaki got his face pounded in, he comes back, used the same technique, and he learns out that nothing happened on the beach. Ippo Kumi spent the night in a room together, and nothing happened. And absolutely nothing happened. But that's when Itagaki gave him advice. He's like, maybe Mashiba should lighten up on the way he treats Kumi before you start revolting, which is what happens with a lot of children these days. And just like, when Kumi get home that night, it's just like, well, you're not gonna ask where I've been? No. And it's just like, maybe something to eat? Yeah. Stop acting like this. What's wrong with you? Because Mashiba was not the same. Alright. He took Itagaki's advice, he lightened up some, alright, and became better. But then before all of this, immediately after Kimura, it only rears its head now, but I didn't mention this. I'm not going to say I didn't mention it for a specific reason. I didn't mention it because it didn't have any relevance now. Before Ippo fought Sawamura grazed Kumi's face with a full-on left hand. Nearly tried to take her head off, because he thought that she was the one messing with the bike. And Nisha was just like, bling! The second time it's not gonna miss. And Sawamura was just like, I'm not giving a shit. Alright. Even though Ippo eventually fulfilled what he promised to Mashiba, it pretty much beating Sawamura. After it wasn't good enough, right? After the whole Taki Itagaki, Mashiba couldn't find himself a match. And then, since Sawamura could no longer fit in the same weight class like anybody going to get sent to Ippo, eventually they get ass whooped by Ippo and they can no longer stay in the same weight class. So it's just shit happens. Then again, Mashiba is like 5'9", and Ippo's like what 5'5", like 5'4". It's just he's like 5'5", 5'4", somewhere around there. So it's to be expected to a certain degree. But Sawamura just like, I'll fight his ass. I would do it. And then that's when I think it was Itagaki who heard about it first. That Itagaki found out the dope spill information of Mashiba wanted to return to the way he was, alright? He was missing something after all these years since he fought Kimura. He was missing a bloodlust. He was missing it. His monstrous power. His murderous rampage. But missing that, Sawamura was to be the right opponent to bring him back. And this is like the weigh-in. The weigh-in is one of the greatest scenes in the entire series. It's just like, I'm just trying to get him out of here, put him to the hospital, and get him out of here. And just like, this was just like, Mashiba, Ippo must be slipping. I don't plan on sending you to the hospital. I plan on sending you to the fucking graveyard. What? What? Mashiba, buddy, it's not that serious. You don't gotta do it to him like that. You don't gotta attempt to murder. You don't have to, but the match comes out, and it does not disappoint. All right, you want blood? You want illegal flowers? You want people getting knocked up? Well, not knocked up, getting knocked out and dropping, getting kicked in the back of the head. This is your fight. This is the fight you wanted right here, Billy. The fight was excellent. All right, if you want a monster fight, if you want a fight between two beasts, two inhumane creatures, the Grim Reaper going against the devil, you got the match right here, right then. And the match was monstrous, and sure it did end up being Sawamura losing. Mashiba losing due to disqualification. You can't really say that. It's hard to judge that match because they both had good moments, but Sawamura was losing. But he started using he started countering after getting hit, going for a dual exchange, and seriously still Sawamura was hanging in there, right? There's no guarantee he would have lost outright or not. In my books, personally, there's no evidence to prove that he would have lost outright. But Sawamura goes on to prematurely end his career by accident by going to a motorcycle, riding his motorcycle and getting hit by a presumed truck or a car. I'm pretty sure if it was a truck, he would have got killed, but it depends what type of truck. It could be one of those small, like vans or U-Haul trucks or something. If it was an 18-wheeler, he'd be dead. He'd be dead. Or he got hit by a car, but the way his face was scratched up, unless he got butchered by the helmet, which it shouldn't be possible the helmet came off his head. I'm pretty sure it was like them small U-Haul trucks that messed up his face, but Mashiba gets to qualify, and he can't box for like what, like a good year. I think it's a year to like 6 months. So you gotta move up another weight class because you know he can no longer make weight into junior lightweight. So now he's a lightweight in Aoki's weight class, and it's just that's what things about to lead up towards the end. But Mashiba trains, and Kumi's just like, you know, things just been going crazy at home. He's been so tense. He haven't had a match. He's been so tense. So then, this is where the first signs of the true rise of the champion Mashiba. The best form of Mashiba, where he's finally found a way to control his outrage and anger to form the best version, the strongest version of Mashiba today. He fights the Pacific Rim champion in the lightweight class on his return match, surprisingly, which is not too many people get that luxury of just getting a return match after they lost and just go against a champion like that. But Mashiba gets it, alright? He gets it in the fight. Like Mashiba started to lose because the guy started headbutting him, right? And Mashiba's just like, he's already struggling enough. He got Mashiba fan base. I don't know if they've been given a name by that point. But they're over there cheering him on, the guys who work at the job. They're just like, come on, Mashiba, you can do it. It's not that easy. You think it's easy? I'm the one who's actually fighting in here. And then he looks to the crowd as the guy, the champion, comes in. He's just like, you motherfucker. You Makanouchi. You're going to use this chance right here, right now to get close to my sister. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill Makanouchi. I'm going to kill him. And then, like, the glorious victory takes place. Mashiba destroys this poor man. Just monstrous uppercut, blam. His brain has been sent to Mars, and monstrous combination is all open. The new Pacific region champion is the Rio Unstoppable Mashiba. And just everybody like in the crowd just like, yeah, he won. And like Ipa about to get close to like cheer at Kumi. Then blam, Mashiba threw the glove towards the stand with pinpoint sniper accuracy, and he's just like, wait, what? That actually connected? That actually then again, Mashiba got some long arms, and Ippo was the one who said that Mashiba has the best physique in the lightweight class, so it's just like, he launched it over there, but the fans just like, he give us the gloves, he won a championship, he give us the gloves, and Mashiba's coach is like, what, you gonna give it to me, gonna feed him? He's like, oh, what the hell? He throws it out to him, and Kuma's just like, you know, he's different, he's changed. Usually my brother just want to be purely alone, but now he got people backing him, people are cheering for him, and the imagery, Billy, the imagery is excellent, it is perfect. This is the beginning moments of champion Mashiba. Well, this is not the final thing that makes Mashiba a champion. The best version of Mashiba today, the champion Mashiba himself, will show up later. Around chapter 1253 or 52, Mashiba's next match is coming up, and his opponent is the Shinobu Agat, the Sandman who destroyed Aoki in front of Tomiko and called Tomiko an ugly pig. It's just like, that woman just won't shut up. Ugly pig. Aoki's like, what the fuck he just say? It was excellent. It was fantastic. That's Mashiba's next opponent. And the way that was hyping up in the weight room is, Mashiba has three witnesses, he will be exposed, Shinobu will become the Pacific champion and move on to the world stage. Like, before the match starts, he's just like, Baron is just like, hey, look at little shit, I got a lot of sponsorship back, you understand? You better not lose. So the match starts, Mashiba launches out his hands, showing him that reach, and it's just like, he starts up the Hitman stance. Shinobu's just like, but Baron's just like, what are you doing? Shut off your emotions, go in there. And he's just like, Shinobu's just like, this is not what we practice. I wasn't expecting this long for the fight starts. Mashiba will start laying into him. Mashiba's just like, I don't like this. They're just like, Mashiba goes down with a chopping right after Shinobu don't switch over to the peekaboo stance for the chopping right. And, like Shinobu thinks he's over, he gets in deep, blah, uppercut right in his chin. His head hit the back of the mat. I hope you show him no emotion next time, Billy. Show more emotion. Knocking his brain to Uranus. Shinobu gets back up. Mashiba just start laying back into him. Shinobu's driving in deep. He's going in deep, but he throws like a light hit before the next round ends. And Mashiba's like, what the fuck is this? And then Shinobu goes for the Sunday punch. I prefer the name the Dragonfish Blow. You see that image in the next chapter. It's coming out of the water. The Dragonfish. Mashiba prematurely docks it. The round's in. Mashiba's just like, what the hell was that? He didn't prematurely dodge it. He gets out of the way of it, and he's like, "What the hell is? What the hell was that? What was that?" It's just like, in the corner, Baron just like, "What the fuck you do? I told you to turn off your emotions. What the hell is wrong with you? I told you to do one simple thing. You remember, I'm the one who made you, little uptight punk. You want to make it to the top of the world? Come on, stop playing these games and end them. Go in there and end them." And Miz was just like, that thing kind of come out of nowhere, but I'll be able to handle. So the next round starts, and then if Kimura and Ippo Styles wasn't enough, the final transformation happens, and that is with the infamous and one and only Sawamura Ryuhei. With Sawamura Ryuhei, it reaches the final weakness of Mashiba, and that is his own personal self-destruction with his own rage. Mashiba is easily and quick to temper, and that was Shinobu's last chance to become the Pacific Ring champion is being prematurely disqualified by Mashiba from the take his belt. If he can't beat him with pure power, we're gonna take his belt. And Shinobu been throwing in headbutts, using elbows, and it's just like, Mashiba, by the time the round is over, I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna rip him to shreds. I'm gonna do it. Everybody's like, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, Mashiba, don't do it. Come on, don't do it. And he's just, I'm gonna kill him. Like his coach is just like, don't do it, Mashiba. And he's just like, then like the Hell's Bound. I forgot the name is Mashiba cheering squad. Everybody from his job, and they're just like, yeah, Mashiba, you can do it. You can do it, Mashiba. You can do it. You can do it, Mashiba. You can do it. Can you? Mashiba's coach is like, can you really beat by yourself all this time with these fans cheering out for you? And Mashiba's just like, the best version of Mashiba. He's like, what is this? Yes, tell me who I am. Tell me what I am. And like you see Shinobu just diving in deep. He's just diving in deep. He's just going in deep. You see the ghost of you see the demons, the nightmares of Mashiba's mind of Ippo, Kimura, and Sawamura. And he's just like, this is gonna be a pain. But come on, I'm gonna knock you all out and make it to the world stage. And the domination. Besides from the advanced hard flickers that Mashiba did earlier, the domination of Shinobu the rest of that match, my god, was some of the best of Mashiba we've seen to date. That is the best form of Mashiba, the best boxing skill, the best talent, the best everything of Mashiba to date. And it was amazing. It was one of the best fights of Mashiba to date, one of the best showings of him to date. And it's just like, overall, after Mashiba won, it's just like, here, are you happy now? Everybody's yelling and screaming his name, and finally, in my opinion, that is Mashiba. That is champion Mashiba. That is the Mashiba that can win the world title. That, in my opinion, is the full story of champion Mashiba. Because this is just not no normal form of Mashiba. This is Mashiba in his best form. I'm not gonna act like Mashiba has completely changed. He's still a monster, but now he's a more tame, controlling monster who's able to tame his monster's rage when he needs to get the win. To hone in on his personal boxing skill to the utmost degree and become the best version of Mashiba you can ever see. That is champion Mashiba. That is the beast himself. That is the champion. The champion Mashiba is the best version of him. You can't get much better than that. You can't tell me a better version of Mashiba there is out there. We have had rookie Mashiba, the one at the Rookie Team Tournament, and everything else. We had Demon Mashiba, like his Sawamura, just turning into a monster. And then we had hints of Champion Mashiba. We got the lightweight Pacific Championship with the real Champion Mashiba, where he truly mastered his craft to the highest degree until he put it onto the world level. Is Champion Mashiba. That is the best version. The same match where he showed up this perfect form. It's the same match where he relinquished the title of Pacific Champion and was going on to the world stage. To me, it's some of the most beautiful transformation of Mashiba ever. Because Mashiba was my top five favorite characters to Ippo. Okay? He's just as important as an Aoki or Miyata in my opinion. So just let's see his growth as a character to this. The best form of Mashiba, after all the jokes and everything else, after all the joking around and all that, it's amazing to see the version of Mashiba. Which I'm not gonna act like he's not still seeing Mashiba who would track and stalk his sister. Now, it's not even stalking his sister. At this point, it's just stalking purely Ippo with his sister. And that's it. And the funniest part about it, they both have the exact same stalking tactics, Kumi and Misha, but they're exactly the same. Alright, don't stay too far away from the opponent, the person. You gotta stay as close as 8 feet and that's pretty much it. Ipo's just like, he's right there, what's wrong with you, what's me? And it is just like, that's the closest thing we got hint to any type of relationship with Misha, but it's just like, Kumi thought he was going out on a date, but he was just rendezvousing with Itagaki to learn about the beach situation. Perfect, excellent. It's just one of those things. It's just to see Mashiba finally overcome his weaknesses, finally show off that world-class potential that it showed off with when I was hyping up at the Kimura match. It's amazing. It's just he's finally become a fully round boxer, and now he's able to show the world stage his craft. Now, who he'll be fighting could be interesting also, because I was thinking about a fight with Vorg, but Vorg is a junior lightweight, not a lightweight. Now, sure, Vorg could move up, but he's not as tall as Mashiba, and it's just like having a fight like that. It could be a catch weight, but it would be interesting. But seeing who the lightweight champion would be interesting. Because I do believe that certain characters will become a world champion, and Mashiba is one of them. It's actually like Mashiba, Ippo, Sendo, and Miyata. Because the Sakamoto don't count in this case. Those are the characters I see becoming world champions. As everybody else, like Yoki and Kimura, easily Japanese champions. It's Itagaki and Ami. Their futures are unknown. But the only tragedy is our boy Samomura, who managed to turn his life around, sadly will not be joining us. But yeah, that's basically been the rise of champion Mashiba. Let me know what you think about the video, and do you believe that this is the best form, the most well-rounded form of Mashiba to date, or do you think it's something else? I hope you like the video. I like putting this video together. I was going to be doing this video like a while ago, but seeing this version of Mashiba makes me so happy, because I love the character, and it's just to see that finally, after having all these roadblocks, after having these opportunities robbed from with Kimura and Samomura, it's just like finally he has broken through the glass ceiling and he's making his way onto the world stage. No more specific challenges, no more nothing. Alright, he had an opportunity to fight the top, maybe like number 5 rank in the top 10, blew it with Kimura. Once again, he could be able to move up with Samomura, blew it again. And now is not the time for Mashiba to rise up and show the world his death sight and the reason why he's called the Japanese Grim Reaper. So yeah, guys, me and Boy Shockwave King, and that's pretty much been it. There's nothing else really to the video to talk about besides from the fact that this is one of the greatest moments of Mashiba's career, in my opinion. It's just, I can't wait to see where it goes from here. But yeah, if you want to check out King, I don't know how you guys like Mashiba, how you people like him or whatsoever. Cause to me, favorite character, easy favorite character, top 5. And what do you think about the growth and what do you think Mashiba would go from here? People, Shockwave King, like, subscribe if you're watching the video. Anyway. But yeah, been Boy Shockwave King, and hope you support the channel in the future. Now, peace.